Closer to home now, and Victorian Liberal leader Brad Battin has unveiled his new shadow cabinet, and he's rewarded his biggest supporters with spots on the front bench. Now, Topple leader John Pesutto didn't make the cut. He was demoted to the backbench, while Mr Battin's deputy, Sam Groth, picked up the title of Shadow Special Minister of State. But Moira Deeming, and she was readmitted at the same party room meeting that Mr Battin seized the top job. She didn't score a promotion to a shadow ministry. Kel, look, it wouldn't be the first time that a leader hands the best jobs to his mates, but what did you make of his picks?
Well, I was trying to read between the lines. He apparently did not offer a front bench position to Pesutto, but he said, I had conversations with him and he made it clear he had other priorities. So in other words, the hint was, and this is reading between the lines stuff, the hint was, I would have put him on the front bench if he was happy to take it, but he didn't want it. And we know why he didn't want it. His job at the moment is raising millions of dollars because he's got this huge legal bill that he's got to deal with in some way, something like $3 million. So I would think he's looking for very generous donors, and that is fully occupying John Pesutto's time. Otherwise, just from what Brad Battin said, he might be there.
Well, look, Louise, they say keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. But it hasn't always worked for leaders when they do give front bench positions to their enemies, political enemies within their own parties. Just look at Tony Abbott and Malcolm Turnbull, for example, the amount of backstabbing that can happen. So maybe that was for the best.
I don't think a mafia tactic in a movie can actually always work in a political party sense, but I just want to mention Moira Deeming. I do think it's a shame that she hasn't been given some kind of promotion, but I think she's shown herself to be an extremely strong and influential woman who a lot of the electorate in Melbourne are quite fans of her as well. So I think he's missed a trick there, not finding a role for her.
Look, I agree with you. I think she's really conducted herself with an enormous amount of dignity under huge pressure, not just financial, but her name was dragged through the mud. Her family was dragged through the mud, accused of associating with Nazis, and then to put up with a leader who refuses to readmit her after that and uses his casting vote to keep her out of the party at that point. Yes. Absolutely appalling.
He doesn't deserve a seat at the table. She does.
Yeah, well, on one thing you're right, Kel. John Pesutto shows equally poor judgment as Prince Andrew, I would say, and it's probably a good thing he's as far away from the shadow front bench as possible.